Okay, this is phase 2, week 3, and today we want to talk about metabolism and why it's so crucial for weight loss and well-being. In simple terms, we keep talking about it at boot camps and or in classes on nutrition talks. Your metabolic rate basically determines how you burn calories, and the higher your muscle mass, the more calories you're going to burn, okay, at rest. So we can talk about the exercise things, and we can talk about food. So many things affect your metabolic rate. So if we take exercise to begin with, I think that's quite crucial. So from my understanding, there's different science, there's different evidence coming out all the time. Cardio is fantastic for burning calories at that moment. But as soon as you stop training, interrupt me at any point if you want to.
Yeah.
As soon as you stop training, that's it. Your calorie burn is gone. When you do any sort of resistance training or bodyweight training or weights, you get the afterburn. It's called EPOC, and that stands basically for excess post-oxygen consumption. That means you burn oxygen at a higher rate after the event. What's your take?
Well, you're dead right. Like, in cardio, you're not getting much muscle stimulation. You are using your muscles to move, but you're using more of your cardiac system, your heart, your lungs, more your insides, which is brilliant. That's why it's really healthy for your cardio. Things like HIIT and resistance training, stuff like you're getting the muscle stimulation.
So what is resistance training, Joey? Because a lot of people might not even know, and they might be too embarrassed to ask.
So where you're using like a load of weight, really. So or it doesn't have to necessarily be weight, where you're making a movement against a certain force. Yeah.
So even bodyweight training is really good. So like you said, HIIT. If you're doing a push-up and you weigh 50 kilos, you have to push up 50 kilos. So anything that is when any weight or any force is involved, and plyometrics, that's with jumps, with movements, then you will create that burn, that afterburn. We call it the afterburn. So that's why, for me, I try to mix up my training. A lot of people don't do a lot of cardio. So a lot of people just want to look good. For me, it's more important than that. It's about kind of being all-round fitness. So I want to run, I want to swim, I want to cycle, I want to train hard, I want to lift heavy. Obviously that takes time, but it does give you the different benefits from all those different training mechanisms. So I think that's probably it on training, would you say?
Yeah, just remember, your metabolism is your ability to burn fat. The easiest way to burn fat is to move. So sitting down for long periods of time is going to slow down your metabolism, and that's the trouble we have in our culture these days. We do 8-hour shifts behind a desk, and we're rarely getting up. So it's all about having little tactics in place to get you up and moving, even though it doesn't feel like you're doing much. It is for your metabolism. Every little movement, even if you're talking and you're very gesturing, you're going to be burning. So if you have got a desk job, drink loads of water, because that means you have to get up to go to the toilet, you have to get up to refill. Another tactic, you could, if your boss allows it, you can get a stability ball. You can sit on a stability ball, because when you sit on a stability ball, you're always going to have to use your core to. It's going to be great for your hips as well.
For pregnant women as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. For the deeper transverse abdominis.
Oh, check him out. Also, men generally, unfortunately, have a higher metabolic rate normally than women, because they normally carry more muscle mass. Okay, so the higher the muscle mass, the higher your calorific burn will be. Okay?
And that's because it takes more energy to move that amount of muscle. So me doing that movement is going to cost more energy than you doing that movement.
You've now got bigger guns, but that's another story that we can talk about another time. Would you like to say if you agree with that?
No comment.
You said no comment. Fifth, taking the fifth. Also, a thing, going back to training, which really makes me really laugh. If I'm taking a private client and they say to me, but I don't want to bulk. Alright, bulk, you do not have enough testosterone to bulk, guys. Okay, so if you are a member of a gym, then try to lift as heavy as you can, okay? Safely, focusing on form and contraction of muscles, but don't go for those little pink weights. Go for the heavy weights in controlled fashion, okay? Because you will not grow a beard. You will not talk like that. Because we haven't got the capability to do that.
Yeah, and the images you see of people who are like that, the women who are like that, they're taking steroids and other sports enhancing drugs.
And they've been airbrushed.
Most likely, yeah.
Disclaimer, don't sue us for that.
For a woman weight training, in my eyes, it's actually really, really, really important because as a woman ages, she's at higher risk of osteoporosis, which is a weakening of the bones, and weight training actually helps strengthen your bones. So along with a healthy diet, it's going to help strengthen your bones. That's going to be one big benefit of weight training. And you hear this word tone, you want to be toned. You're not going to get toned from cardio. You need to stimulate your muscles, you need to have that shape. Being toned is being in shape, really. And
so you don't only not look good, you burn more calories. And going back to age, unfortunately, as we get older, our metabolic rate does decrease, okay? So you've got to start thinking about different training mechanisms and different food mechanisms. So we covered everything on exercise.
I'm happy with that.
Most people generally don't have a fast metabolism, okay? It doesn't happen. We can talk now about starvation mode, we can talk about diets. If you are a habitual dieter, then your body is basically going to distrust everything about you, okay? You're going to lose weight, you're going to lose water, you're going to lose muscle. And then, because you've lost the muscle, the next time you put that weight back on, so you put the fat back on, you then lose weight again, you've hardly got any muscle definition. So your metabolic rate is basically dropping and dropping and dropping. That's why our program is so good, because we're asking you to eat little and often, and we're asking you to train. So those two things working together, plus a few little tricks along the way like green tea and chilies, the thermogenic burn, should give you the boost you need in order to keep your muscle mass and your metabolism and heart rate nice and high.
Yeah, so another good example of how the metabolism works. I'm sure when you're younger, or you might have been that person, but there's always that person who can eat whatever they want and it doesn't touch them. And even when you're older, there's a few people that usually what happens to that person is as they get older and they start to slow down and they kept eating what they want, they start to gain weight because their metabolism slowed down. They didn't look after their metabolism.
It does need to be nurtured, it really does. But also we don't know what's going on internally. So you've got internal fat, fatty livers. So they may look thin from the inside, but if you basically are putting junk in the trunk from day dot, then you are going to have a fatty liver. End of.
Can't get away with it. You say they get away with it, they are not getting
There's no
away.
way. So if somebody says to me, I can eat, we know people who do it. Don't eat that clean, don't train that hard, low body fat, perhaps they smoke, drink too much coffee. So they're stimulating their system and their metabolic rate by stimulants, energy drinks, those sort of junk, cigarettes. It's a short-term measure, okay, a real short-term measure. So don't cheat it. Treat yourself really well, and hopefully you'll get the just desserts. 1 pound of muscle will burn around an extra 50 calories, okay? So if you, for example, have got 10 pounds more muscle mass, then you're looking at 500 calories more you can burn a day. So it's worth thinking about, okay?
And just remember, when you look at that image of the woman who's toned and you want to be like, or even the bloke, they are lifting weights. They are lifting weights. They're not just doing cardio for that. So they be like shy to jump into that weights area.
I'm referring to my case study. You know, for me, when I was marathon training, that is evidence of it, okay? Okay, foods. What we're asking you to do is we're asking you to eat 3 meals a day plus 2 snacks, okay? We're asking you to keep fueling the body, not to skip meals, not to think that your body is going into a starvation mode or famine mode, and the body is so complex. It's basically a mechanism that our ancestors had to protect them in famine. Okay, we are not in famine. We've got shops on our doorstep. We can grow food on our land. I know loads of people with chickens, for example. So everything is so accessible these days. We are not in famine. Okay, so there's no reason why you don't eat often. So 3 meals a day, portion sizes, protein with every meal to sustain you and repair you because you're training. Loads of fluid. What else? 2 snacks a day. Can be protein based or they can be fibre based. Fibre is really important as well.
So I hear what some people are thinking right now, and they're thinking, I have to eat more to lose weight. And it sounds a bit backwards compared to some of the common knowledge that's out there. And it's correct. You do have to eat more to lose weight.
Feed the muscles.
It's kind of reassuring your body that it doesn't need weight. It doesn't need to hold on to body fat. Your body's holding on to that body fat because it's scared it's not getting enough nutrition. So your diet before, it might have been lacking in your veg, your fibre, your vitamins, your minerals, and it was scared. So it was holding on to body fat to protect you. So that if we were in a life-threatening situation where winter came and we didn't have no food, we had body fat as a backup. But we don't need that anymore. So reassure your body that there's an abundance of food and you're never going to go without.
Yeah, I think because that yo-yo dieting is the worst thing for your metabolic rate. If you lose, gain, lose, gain, lose, gain. So I keep going on and going on and going on. I know I bang on a bit, but this is why it works, because this is sustainable. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. So it's about eating regularly, eating in season, eating good protein sources, eating decent food sources, not missing meals, training. I train 6 days a week. On a rest day I might swim or do yoga. Yeah, it's my job. Yeah, I've got time, but I also make time. So I might get up earlier when my family are in bed. I was up this morning at 5:30 running. So it doesn't affect my family. It is really over to you. This whole thing is over to you. So don't let your body think that it's in famine. Don't think that eating avocados, as long as you're eating 10 a day, is bad for you. Make sure you get your omegas in. Make sure you get your fibre in. Carbs after training. Do not let your body get hungry, okay? Feed it and it will look after you. Those muscles need energy, okay? Food, some top tips on foods. It's minute the amount of thermogenic burn you're going to get from them. But chilies are really good. Green tea. You've also got things like peppers, capsicums. You've also got, what else have we got, Joe? We've got anything? Quick, I know them. Cider vinegar. That was what I was thinking of. Cider vinegar is really good. It's really good for detoxing. You can just drink a spoonful a day. I put mine on my salads. Organic cider vinegar is lovely. So just a few little tricks you can have on your way. Stay active, get moving. Don't take the lift, walk up the stairs. Park your car further away from work. Walk to work. Take out some HIIT. Do your HIITs. Please do those HIITs, okay? Anything else?
So I just want to finish on, you are in total control of your metabolism. You're not fixed with it for the rest of your life. You're not born with a certain metabolism. You influence it with every decision you make, whether it's with food or with exercise, even whether it's with an emotional response to how you respond to people. If you respond with stress, you're gonna influence it. The more relaxed you are, the better. Nurture it. Don't beast it into the place you want to be. Nurture it. Allow it to flourish into the place you want to be. Take your time with it. There's no rush at all. The more time you give it,
trust me,
the
it
better.
will work.
It will.
It does work for you. You just need to go with it and eat. Don't starve, okay? And it's going to work for you.
You will get to the point where you can actually feel your metabolism working. And when you're at that point, you
what does that feel like then? Because that was weird when you said that to me.
Yeah, so I get it quite a lot after exercising, and I just know that I need food, and depending on how hard I exercise, depends on like how much I'm going to take in, and I just feel my body. I don't feel. It's hard to explain. I don't feel bloated at all. I feel like my body's just absorbed all that energy straight away, and if anything, I could probably eat a little bit more, but I know that better now.
So that's for me. At the time, I'll think I'm not hungry. I'll wait another hour. And as soon as I eat, I'm more hungry than when I started off. And I can feel myself burning the calories. It's a real waste. It took me a while to get it, but now I know that feeling. I know that things are on my side.
You feel your muscles getting re-energized compared to if you have a meal really late at night and you feel sluggish.
And remember, treat those muscles really well, because the muscles are really important for weight loss. So if after training you eat pap, your muscles will be made of pap. So feed those muscles, okay, and respect them.
You are what you eat.
Okay, I'm going to turn you off now. Good luck.